Today, 1 in 5 deaths in the United States is caused by something that is prevented. The cause of those 443,000 deaths is smoking cigarettes. For every person that dies from a smoking-related disease, 20 more smokers will have at least one serious illness from smoking. According to the CDC, adults who smoke often live 14 years less than their non-smoking peers. The CDC estimates that 45.3 million people, or 19.3% of all adults in the United States, smoking cigarettes. That number is too high, and today is the day to start to lower it. Despite these grim numbers, the fight against tobacco is one that can be won. One cigarette contains over 600 different ingredients that, when burned, can release about 50 known chemicals that are carcinogenic. Some of these chemicals are acetone, which is in fingernail polish remover, arsenic, which is used in rat poisoning, and carbon monoxide, which is found in the exhaust of cars. When you smoke and inhale all of those toxics, you are putting yourself at risk for many diseases. Smoking is known to cause lung cancer, COPD, bladder cancer, esophagus cancer, kidney cancer, pancreas cancer, and cancer of the mouth and throat, according to the CDC. Your smoking does not just affect you, but affects everyone around you. When people involuntarily breathe and other people smoke, they are at risk of developing the same diseases as smokers. According to the American Lung Association in the United States, approximately 3,400 lung cancer deaths and 46,000 heart disease deaths are caused by secondhand smoke in adult non-smokers each year. Adults are not the only ones that are harmed by secondhand smoke. Children with parents that smoke are more likely to suffer from asthma, colds, ear infections, and sudden infant death syndrome. The American Lung Association says that secondhand smoke is responsible for 430 cases of SIDS each year. Smoking during pregnancy is another way that smoking can hurt. In 2005, 10.7% of women smoked during their pregnancy. Some of the side effects of smoking during pregnancy are low birth weight, preterm delivery, and 10% of all infant deaths. The American Lung Association says that even a healthy baby, full term, of smokers have been found to be born with narrowed airways and reduced lung function. When a person quits smoking, there are many benefits. The American Cancer Society says that just 20 minutes after your last cigarette, your heart rate and blood pressure start to lower. Around 3 months after the last cigarette, lung function and circulation increase. A year later, the extra risk of heart disease is half of what a continuous smoker is. In just 5 years after quitting, the risk of cancer of the mouth, throat, and bladder are cut in half. The risk of stroke is that of a non-smoker. 10 years after quitting, the risk of lung cancer is cut in half. Finally, at 15 years after the final cigarette, the risk of heart disease is the same as a non-smoker. The American Cancer Society says that nicotine is as addictive as heroin or cocaine. This causes a person to become physically dependent and emotionally addicted to nicotine. Fortunately, there are several things on the market to help with the quitting process. You do not have to fight this fight alone. The most common form of quitting is nicotine replacement therapy. This is the patch, gum, or lozenges. They work by giving you a small dose of nicotine to help with withdrawals while tapering the dose down to none. These can be purchased over the counter. Another form of nicotine replacement is through an inhaler or a nasal spray. Both of these options are only by prescription. Chantix or Zyban are prescribed medications that contain no nicotine and are used to help people quit smoking. These medications work by reducing the withdrawal symptoms and decreasing the pleasures a person gets from smoking. For additional support on the journey to become smoke-free, quitplans.com offers free web or phone-based coaching. I am hoping that with the information on this devastating effects of smoking and the benefits of quitting, that today is the day that you put down your cigarettes and become smoke-free. Remember that every day you are smoke-free, you and your family are one step closer to a healthier life. You do not need to become another casualty of cigarettes.